Hi everyone, hope you all are good. So we're going to start with grade 6 maths. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 6 maths. There you can find a list of the chapters. Got it? So we're going to start with the chapter divide fractions. The lessons we are going to cover from the chapter are divide whole numbers by unit fractions using models. Then we have divide fractions by whole numbers in recipes. Then we'll do the final test of the chapter. Then we're going to start the new chapter that is operations with integers. And the lesson we're going to cover from the chapter is add integers. Got it? So let's just start with the first lesson, that is divide whole numbers by unit fractions using models. Got it? So let's just start with the first lesson. Divide whole numbers by unit fractions using models. Okay. Okay, here I'm on grade 6 maths. The chapter is divide fractions and the lesson name is divide whole numbers by unit fractions using model. Got it? Okay, let's start with the first example. So basically you have to divide 1 divided by 1 by 4. Got it? Okay, first of all you have to model them. Got it? You can model 1 like this. Got it? Okay, we can model 1 like this. Then you have 1 over 4. So you have to model 1 over 4. That means out of the 1 complete whole, you have to divide it into 4 parts. Got it? 1 by 4 means you have 1 part out of the 4. So that means you have to divide that whole 1 to the 4 parts. So the each part is 1 over 4, 1 over 4, 1 over 4 and 1 over 4. That means out of the 1 you can make 1/4 part. Got it? So that would be 1 divided by 1 by 4 is 4. Got it? Okay, the next one is you have to do 1 divided by 1 by 5. Got it? First of all you have to make the model for the 1. This is for the 1. Then you have to make 1 over 5. 1 over 5 means you have to make the 5 parts of the a complete whole number and each part is 1 by 5. So how many parts we can make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means 1 divided by 1 by 5 equals 5. Got it? So 1 divided by 1 by 5 equals 5. Got it? Okay, the next one is you have to divide 1 divided by 1 by 2. Got it? Here you have 1. 1 by 2 means you have to divide the complete 1 into 2 portions. So it will be 1 over 2 and 1 over 2. Your unit fraction is 1. Got it? You always divide the unit fraction. So you can make 2 equal parts of the one whole number. Got it? So that 1 divided by 1 by 2 equals 2. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, divide using the model to help you. Got it? So you have to divide 1 divided by 1 by 5. Got it? You are already given me the models. Just use the models and understand what we have to do. Got it? So that would be 1. Got it? That is the unit fraction. Got it? You have to divide it into 5 equal parts. 1 over 5 means divide the 1 into 5 equal parts. Got it? So how many 1 by 5 equal parts we can make out of the 1? We can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means when you divide 1 into 1 by 5th part, you can make the 5 portions. Got it? So 1 divided by 1 by 5 equals 5. That would be only for the unit fraction. The unit fraction means just 1 whenever you have to convert 1 to the unit fraction. So it would be then 5. Got it? So the correct option is 5. Got it? Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is divide, use the models to help you. So 1 divided by 1 over 4. So 1 divided by 1 by 4 equals, you can make the 4 equal parts of the whole one fraction. Got it? So when you can divide the 1 into 4 equal parts, so it would be big 1 by 4, 4 parts. Got it? That means 1 divided by 1 by 4 is 4. Got it? The correct option is 4. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, divide, use the models to help you. Okay, you have to divide 1 divided by 1 over 2. Got it? So basically 1 over 2 means you can divide the whole fraction into 2 equal parts. Got it? That would be each 1 over 2. So when you divide 1 into 2 equal half parts, it would be 2. The correct option is just count these fractions. So it would be 2 portions. Got it? So 1 divided by 1 over 2 equals 2. Got it? Okay, the next one is divide, use the models to help you. So how can you divide 1 into? So you have to do 1 divided by 1 over 6. Got it? So 1 divided by 1 over 6 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 divided by 1 by 6 equals 6. Got it? You can make 6 parts, each 1 by 6 out of 1. Got it? Okay, the correct option is 1 over 6. Okay, the next one is divide, use the models to help you. So which is the correct option? 1 divided by 1 by 3 equals 1 divided by 1 by 3 equals, yes, 1 divided by 1 by 3 equals 3. Got it? That means you can make 3 equal portions of 1/3 out of the 1. Got it? Okay, the next one is 1 divided by 1 by 5. So which is the correct option? 1 divided by 1 by 5 equals 5. Got it? So just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, divide, use the models to help you. 1 divided by 1 by 6. So which is the correct option? You can make 6 equal parts. Got it? The correct option is 6. So just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay. Okay, let me just reload the page. So the correct option is 6. Okay, the next one is divide, use the models to help you. You have to divide 1 divided by 1 by 4. So which is the correct option? Yes, that would be 4. You can make 4 equal parts of 1/4 out of the 1. Okay, use the divide, use the models to help you. So which is the correct option? You have to divide the 1 into 2 equal parts. So you can make 2 parts. Got it? The correct option is 2. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Divide, use the models to help you. You have to divide 1 by 1 by 5. So which is the correct option? Yes, that would be 5. Got it. So we have done with our lesson. Let's just move on to the next lesson. Got it. And the next lesson is divide fractions by whole numbers in recipes. Let me just write down the lesson name. Divide whole numbers divide fraction by whole number in recipes. Let's just start with the next lesson. Okay, here I am divide fractions by whole number in recipes. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, which quantity of garlic would you need to make a third of the original recipe? Got it? So here is the original recipe. In the original recipe, the garlic is used half teaspoon. Got it? So you have to use the garlic. What quantity of garlic would you need to make a third of the original recipe? Got it? The original recipe is 1/2. So third means you have to do 1/3. Got it? So you have to do 1/2 divided by 3. Got it? So 1/2 divided by 3 equals replace the division sign with multiplication. So it would be then 1/3. Got it? 1 times 1 is 1 and 3 times 2 is 6. That means 1/6 of the garlic is used in the third of the recipe. Got it? Okay. The next one is what quantity of vinegar would you need to make a third of the original recipe? Again, you have to use the third of the original recipe. So the vinegar in the original recipe is used by, here you can use 5/8 vinegar can be used in the original recipe. Got it? You have to use a third of the recipe. So you have to do 5 times 8 divided by 3. Got it? Convert the division sign to multiplication. It would be then reciprocal. The term would be then 1/3. You have to do numerator times numerator. 5 times 1 is 5 and 8 times 3 is 24. That means you can use 5 by 24 vinegar in the third of the original recipe. Got it? That would be 5/24. So the correct option is 5/24. Okay, what quantity of chives would you need to make a half recipe? Okay, so in the original recipe you have to use 3/4 of the teaspoon. So you have to use half of the recipe. So just divide it by the 2. Got it? So you need to do 3/4 divided by 2. So just replace the division sign with multiplication. It would be then 1/2. Just do numerator times numerator and denominator by denominator. So you have to use 3/8 of the original recipe. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Which quantity? Okay, let's just start with the test. What quantity of artichokes would you need to make a half recipe? You have to use the half recipe. Got it? So in the original recipe, you have to use half of the cup. Got it? You have to use half cup of artichokes. Got it? So just multiply. You have to use again in the half recipe. So just divide it by the 2. Got it? So just you have to replace the division sign with multiplication. It will be then 1/2. Got it? You have to reciprocal the term. So just multiply numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. That means in the half of the recipe you have to use 1/4 cup of the artichokes. Got it? It is 1/4. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is what quantity of butter would you need to make a third of the original recipe? So you have to use a third of the original recipe. Got it? And in the original recipe, how many butter we can use? 3/4. Got it? So okay, so in the original recipe we have to use 3/4 cup of the butter and we have to divide into third. So just divide it by the 3. Got it? So you have to write it as 3/1. So replace the division sign with multiplication. It would be then 1/3. Got it? So you can cancel out 3 and 3 and you are left with 1/4. Got it? That means 1/4 of the butter we have to use in the third part of the recipe. Got it? The correct option is 1/4. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, what quantity of garlic would you need to make a third of the original recipe? Okay, so in the original recipe, the garlic we can use is 1/2. Got it? So just divide it by the 3. Got it? Replace the division sign with multiplication. It would be then 1/3. So just do numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. So you have to do 1 times 1 and 3 times 2. So it would be 1/6. Got it? The correct option is 1/6. Okay. The next one is what quantity of the chives would you need to make? Would you need to make a half recipe? Okay, so in the original recipe, you have to use 3/4 teaspoon. Got it? So just divide 3/4 by 2. Got it? You have to do 3/4 divided by 2. Got it? So just replace the division sign with multiplication and reciprocal the fraction. So it would be 3 times 1 is 3 and 4 times 2 is 8. So it would be 3/8 of the original recipe. Got it? The correct option is 3/8. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is what quantity what quantity of croutons would you need to make a third of the original recipe? Got it? So in the original recipe you have to use 7/8 cup. So you have to make the third of. So you have to divide it by 3. Got it? So just replace the division sign with multiplication and then reciprocal the terms. It would be 7 times 1 is 7 and 8 times 3 is 24. So the correct option is 7/24. Got it? Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay. What quantity of yogurt covered blueberries would you need to make a half recipe? So we have to make the half of the recipe. So it is in the original recipe it is 1/3. Got it? So half of the 1/3 is 1/6. Got it? Okay, what quantity of pretzels would you need to make a half of the recipe? So in the original recipe you have to use 7 of the 8. Got it? So the half of the 7th 8 is Yes, that would be 7 over 16. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson, and the next lesson is the final test of the chapter, divide fractions. Got it? So let's just start with the final test of the chapter. Okay, let's start with the final test of the chapter. Okay, let's start with the first example. An electrician needs 1 whole 7/8 rolls of electric wire to wire each room in a house. How many rooms can be wired with 5 whole 5/8 rolls of wire? Got it? So we have to divide 5 whole 5/8 by 1 whole 7 over 8. Got it? You have to do 5 whole 5 over 8 divided by 1 whole 7 over 8. Got it? Just convert them into an improper fraction. 8 times 5 is 40, and 40 plus 5 is 45 over 8. 8 times 1 is 8, and 7 15 over 8. Got it? Just remove the division sign to the multiplication, so it would be then reciprocal the term 8 over 15. Got it? You can cancel out 8, so we are left with 45 divided by 15. So 15 times what number is 45? 15 times 3. Got it? So the correct option is 3. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Got it? So the correct option is 3. Okay, divide 2 by 5 divided by 2 by 3. Got it? So it's very easy. Just replace the division sign with multiplication and reciprocal the term that is right after the division sign. So it will be 2 by 5 divided multiply by 3 over 2. Got it? Reciprocal means you have to interchange numerator and denominator. Got it? You can cancel out the 2 and you are left with but you are not asked to simplify, so just multiply numerator times numerator. 3 times 2 is 6, don't cancel, and 2 times 5 is 10, so it would be 6 over 10. Got it? The correct option is 6 over 10. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is Vincent bought 2 cans of paint and 8 whole 3 by 4 prints of the special paint additive formulated to reduce mildew. Before printing his house, he divided the additive equally between 2 cans of paint. How many additive did he put in each can? Got it? So you have to divide the additive 1 into 2 portions. So additive 1 is 8 whole 3 over 4. Got it? So just divide 8 whole 3 by 4 into 2. So you have to do 8 whole 3 over 4 divided by 2. So it would be 4 times 8 is 32, 33, 34, 35, 35 over 4 divided by 2 over 1. So you have to do 35 over 4 times 1 over 2. Got it? So it would be 35 divided by 4 times 8 is 32. Got it? 4 times 2 is 8, not 32. Got it? Just divide 35 by 8. 8 times 4 is 32 and you are left with 3. So it is 4 whole 3 over 8. So the correct option is option number 1. That would be 4 whole 3 over 8. Got it? So just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, what is the reciprocal of 1? Reciprocal of 1 is 1. Got it? Reciprocal of 1 is 1. Got it? It is 1. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, estimate which sign makes the statement true. You have to estimate the answers. So just solve this side and find the answer. Convert them into improper fraction. 25 times 5 is 125 and plus 2 127 over 5. Then 8 times 6 is 48, 49, 50, 51 over 8. Got it? You have to estimate. Sorry, you don't have to convert into improper fractions. Got it? So you have to estimate the numbers. So we can estimate 25 whole 2 by 5 to 25, and then we can estimate 6 whole 3 by 8 to 5, because 25 can be completely divisible by 5. Got it? So 25 divided by 5 is 5, so you have to compare 8 and 5, so 8 is greater than 5. Got it? The correct option is greater than. Got it? 8 is greater than 5. Okay, the next one is estimate. You have to estimate both the numbers. 210 divided by 5, so you can estimate 210 to 200, because 200 is completely divisible by 4. Got it? So it would be 200 divided by 4 is 50. You have to compare 88 and 50. So 88 is greater than 50. Got it? The correct option is greater than. So the correct option is greater. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, which sign makes the statement true? You have to estimate. So estimate the numbers. So you can estimate 2600 to 2500, because it is completely divisible by 5. Got it? So 5 times 5 is 25. The answer is 500. You have to compare the answer to 966. So 500 is less than 966. Got it? The correct option is less than. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is estimate. Again, you have to estimate the numbers. So you can estimate 712 to 700. Got it? Because 700 is completely divisible by 10. So you have 38. You have to compare, and 700 divided by 10 is 70. 38 is less than 70. Got it? The correct option is the second one. Got it? So just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is what quantity of mustard would you need to make a half of the recipe. So you can use the mustard 3 by 4th cup of the 5 by 8 cup mustard. Got it? So just divide it by the 2. Got it? So it would be, replace the division sign to multiplication, it would be then 1 over 2. So you have to do 5 times 1 is 5 and 8 times 2 is 16. That means you can use 5 over 16th mustard in half of the recipe. Got it? The correct option is 5 over 16. Got it? Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is divide. You have to divide 2 to 1 whole 3 over 7. So convert into improper fraction. It would be then 7 times 1 is 7, 8, 9, 10 over 7. Replace the division sign with multiplication and reciprocal the term, it would be then 7 over 10. Got it? 7 times 2 is 14 and 14 divided by 10. We have a common number that can divide both numerator and denominator. So it would be 2 times 7 is 14 and 2 times 5 is 10. So you have just 7 by 5 times 1 is 5 and you are left with 2. So it would be 1 whole 2 over 5. So option number 3 is the correct option. That would be 1 whole 2 over 5. Got it? Okay, just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next chapter. Got it? We're going to start with a new chapter because we are done with the final test of this chapter, and the chapter we're going to start is operations with integer. Got it? Let's just start with a new lesson, that is operations with integer. Let me just write down the lesson name, and the chapter name is operations with integer, and the lesson we're going to start with is add integers. Okay. Okay, let me just move on to the chapter. Okay, here is a chapter operations with integer, and the lesson we're going to start with is add integers. Got it? Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, so integers are the numbers with the positive and negative sign. Got it? They are positive and the negative numbers. So let's start with the first example. You are adding two negative numbers. Got it? So when adding two negative numbers, you have to add them and you have to put the sign of both the numbers. So both the numbers are negative, so answer must have a negative number. Got it? So that means the sum of the two negative numbers is negative. You have to add them and you have to put a negative sign with them. Got it? Okay. The next one is -6 plus -4. Again, you are adding two negative numbers. You have to add them and you have to put a negative sign with them. So -6 and -4 is -10. Got it? Okay, then here you have 10 plus 3. So 10 plus 3 is 13. Got it? 10 plus 3 is 13. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, 10 plus 3 makes, both the numbers are positive, so answer must be positive. To just add them, 10 plus 3 is 13. Got it? Okay, the next one is -4 plus 5. So you are subtracting, you are adding a positive and a negative number. Got it? Whenever you are adding a positive and a negative number, you have to subtract. Got it? And the answer must have a sign of the greater number. Got it? 5 take away 4 is 1. 5 is greater numbers. 5 is positive, so answer must be positive. So the answer is 1. Got it? So the correct option is 1. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is 10 plus -6. So you are adding a positive and a negative number. You have to subtract. Got it? And you have to put the sign of a greater number. So 10 take away 6 is 4. The greater number is 10. 10 is positive, so answer must be positive 4. Got it? The correct option is positive 4. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, -9 and -3 is, you have to add both the numbers and you have to put a negative sign. 9 and 3 is 12, so the answer is -12. Got it? Okay, the next one is -3 plus 7. So you have to subtract and put the sign of the greater number. So 7 take away 3 is, yes, it is positive 4. Got it? So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is 7 plus 3, 6 is, yes, it is 13. 7 plus 6 is 13. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, -6, negative plus -4. You have to add both the numbers with a negative sign, so it would be -10. Got it? Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, 3 plus you have to subtract both the numbers. So 3 take away 3 is 0. Got it? Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, 1 plus 8 is 9. Got it? So 8 plus 1 is 9. Just select the correct option then click on the OK button. So negative 2 and negative 2 is negative 4. Got it? You have to add them, so it will be negative 4. So 3 plus minus 5 is, you have to subtract them and put the sign of the greater number. Got it? So 3 take away 5 is 2, and you have to add a negative sign. Got it? So it would be negative 2. Okay, negative 9 plus 4 is, yes, it would be negative 5. Got it? You have to subtract, but you have to put a sign of the greater number. So 9 is greater, so it must be negative. So it is greater, negative 5. Got it? Okay, the next one is 7 plus 9. Both of the numbers are positive, so it is 16. Got it? Okay, 4 plus negative 8 is, you have to subtract them and put the sign of the greater number, so it will be negative 4. Got it? Okay, negative 8 and plus negative 7 is negative 15. Got it? You have to add them and you have to put a sign of the, you have to put negative sign, so it will be negative 15. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. So we're working on grade 6 maths, and the chapter is divide fractions, and the lessons we did from the chapter is divided whole numbers by divide whole numbers by using by unit fractions using the models. Then we did divide fractions by whole numbers in recipes. Then we did the final test of the chapter. We have started the new chapter, that is operations with integers, and the lessons we just did is add integers. Got it? Please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9. Got it? So that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.